how hobby photographers are ruining the industry.
Yo, hold up a second.
What up, it's your boy Q and welcome back to my channel. So today what we are going to talk about is how hobby photographers are ruining the industry. Well, if you were triggered by that statement, it's essentially true. All depends on what you think of this industry, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into two examples how I feel like hobby photographers are ruining the industry. So my daughters play on a soccer team and they play club soccer. It's about $1,300 a year just for club fees, and I have two daughters that play soccer. So it's around $2,600 plus they have team fees that are around $400. So you get the point. You know, it's roughly around $1,700 per kid. That's not including gas, driving to practice, you know, equipment and stuff like that, food after practices and after games. So it's quite a bit. So I thought of this great idea. Why don't I approach this club and see if I can work with them and be their club photographer or something and try to work something out. After weeks and weeks of just kind of like playing catch up and miscommunication and just trying to sit down with the marketing director, I spoke to her and she says, "I seen your portfolio, your work is fantastic. What did you have in mind?" So I spoke to her and said, "Hey, I would love to be the kind of like the club photographer and kind of see what some of your ideas are." And she instantly told me that they had 3 photographers and that they paid them very little, or some they paid none at all. And I was shocked. I was like mind blown. So you have a club who's a pretty big club. They have over 100 teams, and each player, you know, my kid is in U11 and U12, and they're paying $1,300 just for club fees. Then they have another $400 to $500 in team fees. So we're talking, you know, about $1,700 to $1,800. That's not even factoring in food, transportation, gas tolls, or anything else, and that's just for one kid. So I was kind of mind blown that they don't pay some of their photographers. Come to find out, a lot of those photographers are volunteering, and they are, you know, the parents of the child. So I'm like, okay, you know, do you compensate them? Do you could we do like a barter where you take care of my kids' team fees and I work a couple of games? And the next statement kind of really blew me away. She told me, "Unfortunately, we don't have a budget for it. All the parents that work for us do it on a voluntary basis, which means they're not getting paid or getting paid extremely little." So she told me she couldn't pay me because of the budget. So she expected me to volunteer my services, take the pictures, give them all the pictures in high resolution so they could use to market and advertise their club. Mind you, they're getting roughly around $1,300 to $1,400 depending on the age group per child. So you do the math. So another example that I encountered was a real estate agent. She saw that I did work. She saw a couple of my images and she said, "These are good. However, this is the first time you're shooting my house. Can you shoot it for free so I see what you can do?" So instantly, you know, I have my MBA and I'm fairly smart, I think. I started doing the calculations, right? Because I'm Asian and math is kind of like my thing, or I'm supposed to be my thing. And I started doing the calculations. Real estate agents get roughly 3% on a house. And that's if they are just the buying or selling agent. They can be the buying and selling agent, they can get 6%. So the average house in Florida can go for $300,000. So they're getting essentially $9,000 of profit based on 3%. So if you do the math, they may have to pay 50% back to the broker. So now they're down to roughly $4,500. Then they have to pay taxes or whatever it is that they have to pay for advertising that house. And let's just say that they walk away with $3,000 or $4,000. So they're walking away with $3,000 or $4,000, and the agent is telling me that they want me to do it for free to see the work. Now, first thing that pops into my head is, how many people has this agent done that to? And are agents really doing this? Are they really buying, or I'm sorry, photographers, are photographers really buying into this, to the scheme that essentially that they're running? You know, as sad as it may seem, some will actually take the work and use it for their portfolio. There are 100 different ways that you can build a real estate portfolio, or just a portfolio in general. If you're doing portraits and models, you know, you can exchange services with other models. I understand that. You need a model, you want to build a portfolio, you build that up. It's extremely common. In real estate, like, there's so many different ways that you could do it. You could shoot your own house, you could shoot a friend's house. There's other people's houses that you can practice on to get that portfolio and get that experience. So my message to everyone, or everybody that has bought a camera, even a cell phone camera, anything, is you have value. Everybody has a value, whether you think so or not. I am telling you right now, you are valuable. Everybody has a price. Whether, if you want to barter, I'm okay with exchanging services, photos for other services that may be of value to you. I'm okay with that. Just make sure you do something and you're getting something in return that is worthy and is worth your time. Just remember, every time you're doing something for somebody for free, it's taking away precious time that you could be doing something else. Whether you're spending time with your daughter, your son, your kid, working on your own portfolio, building a website, whatever it is. Just keep in mind that, you know, you are valuable, you are worth something. If you like this video, go ahead and sub. I'm trying to build up my YouTube. Help me out. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, smash it, like it, do it up.